come up with a little bit of a system here for my hammock that uses a lot of search and rescue knots, that makes doing your center line for your Rainfly a lot easier. So check this out. All right, starting back here, got my hammock going up, and you see my center line. The way I've hung my center line is I did a figure 8 on a bite, just at the end of a piece of paracord right here. Came over, run it through my carabiner. But where it gets interesting, and where I'm proud of it, is I've modified a prusik type of knot to be my cinch line. I will show you here. Alright, it seems like to me like this is just a good way to keep your knots in practice, figure 8s and such. So what I've done, I got my figure 8 back there, holding off my carabiner to anchor that in. What I've done here is I've got a prusik knot here, which is basically a friction knot, and you use it rappelling, climbing, etc., etc., etc. But it's like a brake. It'll break you on a fall if you're climbing, but in this situation, as long as there's tension on it, it's not going anywhere. You actually have to grab it with your hand and kind of squish it together, and it'll slide. See, I can slide it all the way back. But what I want, since I'm hanging my center line for my Rainfly, is this as tight as possible. So instead of doing like I used to do in the past, which was set up like a cinch knot situation where there's like 2 axe knots involved and you have to pull it tight and then wrap it around a million times, it was way overcomplicated. This way, I just put a pre-made prusik that I made beforehand on here, pull it tight, get it as tight as I want, pull the prusik all the way out, and as soon as it's got tension on it, you got your center line, a tight center line. Yeah, like that's perfect. And it's a good way to keep your knots in practice, and it's actually a pretty simple setup. It actually makes this process a lot easier. So now I'm gonna get this all put together, and then we'll cut in a quick shot of camp as it looks. This is gonna be home for the night. Pretty solid, pretty solid. I could have brought the Rainfly back to my left there a little bit, but I don't expect rain at all. That is just like a preemptive maintenance there, just in case. But yeah, got it all set up. The lines are tight. It's like I'm really digging the little system to come up with there. Looks good. Sweet.
We here at Studio 119 would like to remind all of you out there listening, wherever you might be, that though the hill might be steep and the trail be rocky, the mountaintop awaits. Carry on.